Okay, now, one thing that you need to be able to do this question is you've got to know a general formula for working out the area of a triangle. Now, if we call this triangle A, B, C, and if I label the sides little a, little b, little c, then basically the area of this triangle can be worked out by a half either AB sine C or a half BC sine A or a half of AC sine B. Right, now all of those work out for you what the area of the triangle will be. So, I mean, you should have seen it before, but just in case you haven't, be aware that you will be needing this at A level. Oh, God, right. Okay. Right, that's enough of that. Right, so if you look at what we've got here, we've got this 30 metres along the base, and then we've got two angles, 70 and 60. But in order to use the formula a half AB sine C or a half BC sine A, or in other words, a half of the product of two sides times the sine of the angle in between them, we're going to have to try and work out what one of the other sides is. So, and we're also going to need to work out what the other angle is. Now, okay, because you know that the angles in a triangle have got to add up to 180 degrees, that means the angle at C, and it's going to be angle ACB. Angle ACB has got to be equal to 180 minus 70 minus 60. Okay, and if you work that out, I think that comes to 50. Yep. So the angle there at the top is 50 degrees. Now, why is that important? Well, that's important actually because it will enable us to work out side CB. Because to work out the area, we're going to need two sides and the angle in between. Well, we've got the bottom there, that's 30 metres. We've got that angle there, 60. So we need to work out side BC. How can we work out side BC? Well, we use something called the sine rule. Okay, so the sine rule tells us that BC divided by the sine of the angle opposite, so divided by sine 70, must equal AB, which is 30, divided by the sine of the angle opposite, which is 50. Okay, so what that means is, from that, we should be able to work out what BC equals. And let's try and do it on the calculator. Right, so okay, so what we're going to have to do is 30 divided by sine of 50 equals 39.1622, and then we're going to multiply by the sine 70 times sine of 70 equals, and that gives us 36.800, or I think we can safely say 36.8 meters. Okay, now that we have BC, we can use the formula for the area of a triangle, and we can say that area equals a half times 30 times 36.8, which is what we've just worked out, times the sine of 60. And I'll bring the calculator back. So 36.8, I'll leave that as it is, and then we do times 30 times 0.5 times sine of 60 equals, and we get the answer 478. 478, and that's actually worked out, isn't it, to three significant figures. Let me just bring it back. 478.05, yeah, so to three significant figures, that is 478 square meters. Meters squared, and that's three significant figures. Right, now part B, it asks us why is your answer unlikely to be accurate to the nearest square meter? I mean, we have worked it out to the nearest square meter because it so happens that that's three significant figures. It's unlikely to be accurate for, well, there's a number of reasons. The first reason is our data seems to be given to the nearest 10 meters, doesn't it? Because it's just 30 and the angles are given, it looks like they're given to the nearest 10. But another reason, but also the ground is unlikely to be perfectly flat. Okay, so you know, if it's a normal lawn, it's not going to be exactly flat, which means that, you know, our rules about angles on triangles and how to work out the areas of triangles are not going to be absolutely accurate, because our triangles are not going to be perfectly in two dimensions.